all day today I've been looking forward to recording this evening's video regarding Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Well, that's half a lie. I've not been looking forward to the recording part of it. It's hot. But I have been looking forward to the discussion part of signing Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But I thought tonight I'd get to sit down and say he is finally a hammer. The medical's passed. He's signed on the dotted line. We're just waiting for the official announcement and getting stuck into discussing Aaron Wan-Bissaka and why I feel he's a good signing. Because for the last month, and it feels like it's been that long, for the last month, I've been following the transfer and the possibility of signing him, but I feel like I've not really got stuck in to discussing why I'd love Aaron Wan-Bissaka at West Ham. That's going to have to wait because there's been a delay, another delay, and another delay caused by Man United. But that's not the only hassle we've had here on Hammers Chat today. I'll discuss later on in the video. But the news today, well, it came out yesterday, just before we were away to play Celta Vigo. An inconvenient time for transfer news to come out. Tadebo's been announced, we're away to play our pre-season friendly, and this Wan-Bissaka news was kicking around. But the news was we finally agreed a deal with Man U, 15 million medical today. So I woke up this morning thinking it's Aaron Wan-Bissaka medical day. Happy days. Did my video this morning expecting Wan-Bissaka to be in London, ready to go with his medical. It came out, it's booked for 4 PM. Bit late, but fair enough, whatever, I'm not that bothered. Let's crack on. Well, it's been reported by Dharmesh of Sky Sports and confirmed by ExWHUEemployee that the medical has been delayed. That one that was booked for 4 PM, not happening anymore. Aaron Wan-Bissaka intends, don't like that word, he intends to travel to London this evening anyway. However, the medical will likely take place tomorrow now, because there's an issue regarding the payments of that loyalty bonus he's to receive from Man United. Just when you thought it had been resolved, we hit another bump in the road. Now, I am very calm and I remain very confident that this will happen because the reports are suggesting it's how and when he gets paid. So the deal between West Ham and Man United, that's fine, that's agreed, no issue there. The personal terms between West Ham and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, that's fine. No issue there. Never really has been an issue in those regards. The issue is, and has been all along, Man United paying Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So this is what's holding the deal up now. So they finally agreed a fee. It's reportedly 5.5 million, there or thereabouts. But the issue is now as to when he gets paid and how much he gets paid and how often, etc, etc. So they've agreed he's going to get 5.5. I'd imagine Wan-Bissaka perhaps is wanting it all now, but Man United obviously won't be keen on doing that. Now, I get it from Man United's standpoint because he's due some of that money anyway, Wan-Bissaka, but he was going to get it incrementally over the course of the season. We buy Wan-Bissaka for 15 million is the figure being reported. We will be giving Man United probably 3 million a summer for the next 5 years. We'll be paying it in instalments. So cash flow wise, at the end of the day, in 5 years time it all adds up to the same total. But in terms of cash flow, it's not ideal for Man U. We're only giving them 3 million. Wan-Bissaka's wanting 5.5 today. That's not ideal. So I've actually got a tiny smidgen. No, that's a lie. I've got no sympathy. I have an understanding for Man United on this one. But this is just something that could have been and should have been tied up a long time ago, and it's frustrating. And I don't like a lot of this, the way things are being worded to make Aaron Wan-Bissaka look bad and make him look like a bit of a money grabber in this regards. I don't even like the phrase loyalty payment here. He's entitled to some money. There's the wage discrepancy apparently between Man United and West Ham, and then there's a sign-on fee he's missing out on next summer. I would argue that 5.5 million, I would argue Wan-Bissaka's out of pocket. Because had he just got paid by Man United for the next 12 months, got his 3 million loyalty payment anyway, became a free agent on the 1st of July, and then joined another club, let's just say West Ham, what could he demand as a signing on fee? Probably 5.5 million minimum. So all that money he could earn at Man U plus that 3 million on top of it, I actually think Wan-Bissaka's missing out on money by coming to West Ham today. Man United are obviously gaining money because they're going to get 15 million for a player that could walk out on a free in 12 months and say walk out on a free, they've also got to pay him in that 12 months plus that 3 million loyalty. So Man United are up, Wan-Bissaka is down. So it's a bit of a horrible situation. I understand a lot of people are frustrated and they're going to say never deal with Man United again. And this is where I've been a bit naive, because I understand we had issues and hassle with Harry Maguire and Jesse Lingard, Scott McTominay. Whenever we've tried to sign a player from Man U recently, it's not been smooth sailing. But naive me thought, well, since then, Ratcliffe's come in, Dan Ashworth's there's another couple of people at Man United in regards to the recruitment side of things. That's changed since we tried to sign Jesse Lingard. So I was hoping the way Man U dealt with business in terms of outgoings would have changed as well. Doesn't really seem that way, which is frustrating when you're trying to buy one of those players. So when people got frustrated with Man U in the last week or so, I thought, well, it's a different personnel we're dealing with now. Yeah, different personnel, but sort of same behaviours from Man U. Very frustrating, because if this was at the start of July, I wouldn't be arsed. I'd be like, yeah, so what? There's ages till we play Aston Villa. Not anymore. That's gone now. Had he done the medical today and was able to sign tonight first thing in the morning, he'd have had an additional day training ahead of the game against Aston Villa. So the longer this drags on, the less time he's got to integrate with his new teammates. And I appreciate he was injured for the Community Shield game on Saturday. Whether he was genuinely injured or not remains to be seen. But on the assumption he's fit and available for next weekend, ideally we want him in training ASAP. They'll maybe have 4 training sessions this week. They'll also have a day off. They might also have a bit of a media afternoon or something ahead of the new season. So training on time on the training pitch was last week and the week before. This week it probably gets a little bit lesser. There won't be any more double sessions or anything like that. So the quicker we get Wan-Bissaka in, the more likely we'll see him start against Aston Villa. Later this goes on, the last chance. So we need to get him in and done by 12 o'clock towards the end of the week. We need to get him in by that one. So fingers crossed all goes well. I feel confident that tomorrow we'll have an update and he will have his medical. I'll just be encouraged if he actually travels to London. We will know, because people are reporting every inch of every transfer dealing these days. You know, Todibo could have sneezed on Friday and we would have known about it. We will know Todibo actually travels to... Wan-Bissaka travels to London tonight or not. We will know before we go to sleep. So I want to wake up tomorrow knowing Wan-Bissaka in London, medical booked. Man U have finally agreed something with the player and he's going to become Hammer. Because I'm quite looking forward to it. But I'll get stuck into that discussion tomorrow or Tuesday. Right, 2 bits of information. First of all, Gonzo messed up yesterday. Not a big deal. I'm going to explain very quickly. I'm going to keep this simple as to how YouTube works and how he's messed up and how you can help him. So he did his video yesterday regarding Wan-Bissaka and put it up. He recorded a video for today, which was his review of the game, and he uploaded that. What he should have done was leave it uploaded on the back end of YouTube and published it today. He published it by mistake. Now the problem with that is everybody gets a notification there and then. So it must have been about 6 o'clock maybe yesterday afternoon. So 6 PM yesterday. He published it by mistake. So people got a notification. New video on Hammer's Chat Forum channel. Obviously he didn't mean to publish 2 videos next to each other. That's silly. A silly thing to do. So he quickly put his review on private so you couldn't actually see it. Then he published it today when he was meant to at lunchtime Sunday. The problem is, A, people no longer get a notification, and B, if you go on your subscription feed, the video of the review of the game will show from 24 hours ago, or say 1 day old. Technically it is, but it's not meant to be. It was meant to be today's video. So, if you're looking for Gonzo's review of the match, it'll be on the end slate to this video. It'll be in the description below. Please do go check it out, because essentially, this is our job. And it would be a bit like a shop not opening, but opening for 1 hour a day instead of 10, 12 hours. It's a silly thing to do. It's bad for business, is what I'm trying to say. So what Gonzo did, silly mistake. He didn't mean it. Bad for business. Anyway, that's the review. Next up, we've got Fantasy League. Now, we've got 2 Fantasy... By the way, if you're not interested in admin stuff, You should have left 2 minutes ago, really. I apologise. Fantasy League, Premier League back next weekend. We're back on Friday night. We've got 2 fantasy leagues. First of all, we've got the one that anybody can join. The code is, I'll put it up on the screen, JK0MVS. I'll put that code up on the screen. The link is in the description below, so you just click the link, you'll automatically be added to the league. If you were in the league last season, they're automatically in it again. So anybody can join that league. There are no prizes, it's just a bit of fun. We can't afford, it's not because of Gonzo's mistake, but because of bad business choices like that and getting the wrong date on the t-shirt last year, which cost us hundreds of pounds. Because of bad business decisions, we can't afford prizes. But we've got a second league, and that league will be available for patrons only. All patrons, doesn't matter which tier you're subscribed to, but if you're a patron from August till May, inclusive of all the months in between, you're entered into it. The winner will win a signed Mohamed Kudus shirt. So if you fancy yourself at Fantasy League and you want a little bit of motivation to do Fantasy League this season, if you're a patron, join up. It's included in your membership. There's no additional fee. But if you're thinking, I might join Patreon now, go to patreon.com/Dharmesh. Join the Patreon League. The winner will get a signed Mohamed Kudus shirt. Plus, we're going to have 1 or 2 spot prizes during the season. So the winner of a certain week will pick up a prize. And we're going to have a signed Julian Dix print quite early on in the season. Anyway, that's the admin. That's the Wan-Bissaka update. Not good news. But at the same time, I don't think it's terrible news. It's just frustrating at this point. Can Man United please just agree something with Wan-Bissaka so we can get him into training ahead of the game against Villa, and I can get more excited about beating Aston Villa on Saturday if I know Adam Wan-Bissaka's in that squad. My optimism increases because they've got they've got good players on the right, but they've also got really good players on the left with Rodgers. I want him looked after. I think Wan-Bissaka is a player to do that. He might start up front. Watkins is back very late, so it might be Philogene out on the left. Still a very good player. So I want Aaron Wan-Bissaka to have his medical today. I can't have that. So if I can have him doing his medical tomorrow, that would be grand. Anyway, I am off. Please do subscribe if you're new to the Hammers Chat Forum channel. Drop a like on it. Gonzo's review is on your screen in 3 seconds. Make sure you check out, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow.